display by the Royal Airport Aerobatics team of today, but here come the two Havilland Vampires. The RAF has ever had. It first flew 75 years ago this year on the 20th of September 1943, the prototype, the Havilland VH100. Mark I Vampire came into RAF service a couple of years later, just too late to see war service. Of course, the most distinctive thing about the Vampire is that twin boom configuration. Initially it was known as the Spidercraft before the name was changed. And that layout was chosen to allow a shorter jet pipe and minimise the loss of thrust from the aircraft's single engine, because the RAF's first jet fighter, the Gloucester Meteor, one of which we've also got in the static part here, the fantastic ejection seat test aircraft from Martin Baker at Chalgrove, was a twin-engine machine. The power plant of the Vampire, originally the Halford H1, Frank Halford being de Havilland's main engine man before it became a de Havilland product in its own right as the Goblin. Here they come in for their first pass, and a good chance to see that twin boom layout. Interesting construction, the Vampire. It happens to put a great deal of experience of wooden aircraft, perhaps the most famous example being the Mosquito that was so effective in the war years. And the Vampire structure mixed wood and metal. The fuselage pod has a balsa wood core with layers of birch veneer inside and outside, but the wings, the tail booms and the tail are all metal. And this was an aircraft that, after World War II, achieved some outstanding feats. They weren't all to do with the RAF. One of the most famous was undertaken by a man considered by many as the greatest British naval aviator of all time, Captain Eric Winkle Brown, who, aboard HMS Ocean on the 3rd of December 1945, made the first landing and takeoff ever conducted by a jet aircraft on an aircraft carrier. As far as the RAF was concerned, it was number 247 Squadron in the Vanguard. It was stationed at RAF Odium in Hampshire, and on so-called Victory Day in 1946 it made the first jet flypast to Also based at Odium was number 54 Squadron. And 70 years ago, this month, July 1948, it undertook a quite amazing deployment when some of its Mark III Vampires became the first RAF jets, and by a very small margin. It was always a superb formation aerobatic mounted. Pilots of the day took a little lacking in power for some manoeuvres and suffering a slight lag in its throttle response. Fighter bomber was introduced in 1949, served around the world with RAF squadrons in Germany, in the Middle East and the Far East, and used in counterinsurgency operations against Malayan terrorists. The first two-seat Vampire was the NF-10 night fighter. That wasn't particularly successful, but the T-11 trainer certainly was. It was the first jet on which RAF pilots gained their wings. It replaced the North American Harvard piston engine trainer at the last stage of the flying training system. It was not until 1967 and the arrival of the Folland Nat, one of which we've also got in the RAF 100 static display from the Nat display team, that the Vampire T-11 finally see retirement from the main training role. The aircraft leading this pair is a two-seat T-55 built for the Swiss Air Force, which represents the Vampire T-11. Vampire. One of them was the Royal Norwegian Air Force. Norwegian pilots had a great deal of Vampires there during the summer season of British air shows. The 72 Squadron is a very appropriate unit to choose. And there they are on the break. Of course, both of the squadrons that these aircraft now carry the markings of are still part of the current Royal Air Force number 4 Squadron of the Hawk T2 and 72 on the short Tucano, and they're both represented in the RAF 100 static park here. The two Vampires now downwind to land, shortly putting the wheels down. The beautiful whine of the Goblin engine, much in evidence. The team was founded by Lieutenant Rygge. He was the lead pilot in today's display. He's got nearly 15,000 flying hours to his credit, a lot of them commercially with Scandinavian Airlines on the Boeing 737. He's now retired for SAS to operate the historical squadron full-time with the two Vampires and the two-seat MiG-15 that they also operate. He's an instructor, type rating instructor, and an examiner on jets. Number 2 in the formation, the second of 3 Finns to fly as pilot in command in today's display. Rygge AB, he is the Finnish Air Force's chief test pilot, regularly flying the Hawk and the FA-18 Hornet. You see the Hornet float in the show today. In fact, the two-seat Vampire, the historical squadron, was used a few weeks back as part of the Finnish Air Force test pilots course, allowing a number of pilots who wouldn't normally get to fly a jet aircraft of this era a chance to take the controls of one of the sweetest handling jets that many would argue has ever been produced. And here they are touching down after the most delightful display. Kenneth Rygge leading them, Rygge AB bringing up the rear, the two Havilland Vampires from the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, just to let you know, if you would like to tick off all the aircraft that you see today with our aircraft checklist, full details of the aircraft on display, including type, tail number and squadron information, you can purchase a copy for only £4. These are available at the Blue Programme Pods and official Air Tattoo merchandise outlets located at each service station. And as an alternative to the souvenir programme, our show guide for 2018 is a quick way to help you enjoy your day. Our Common Air Tattoo lanyard, it provides a quick reference guide to all the information that you could possibly need, including showground attractions and a summary of the flying display.